So, welcome to the first interview episode of the PPI interviews. My name is Nana Oliver. I'm your host, and our first guest is going to be no other than the German linebacker who plays for Alabama, Justin Okoronkwo. Welcome, Justin. How are you?
Thanks for having me. Thank you. I'm fine. How about you?
I'm good. I'm good. So, tell me, where are you from? We're in Germany.
I'm from Munich, Germany.
Born and
It's in
raised.
the south. Yeah, born and raised in Germany my whole life.
Okay. So, coming from Germany, how did you find football? How old were you? How did you like get into it?
I think I started playing football with 16, and it was like just one of my classmates hit me up. He was playing football already, and he was like, "You want to come and try it out?" And I just went and fell in love with the sport. So yeah, and I stick with it.
That's cool. So tell us about like the early years, like who did you play for? Did you start as linebacker or did you like start with something else and transition into it or
I started as safety, and like I started at a small club in Munich. It's called Munich Rangers, and I never played a game for the Munich Rangers because like the season got canceled because of COVID. So I changed my club in the first year already. I was playing to Fürstenfeldbruck. That's like 30 minutes away from Munich, and yeah, I played like 2 years for them, and then 1 year for Nuremberg Rams before I came to college.
you say you started playing around 16. Did you do other sports before that?
Yeah, I did gymnastics and played soccer.
Do you feel like any of that kind of helped you like when transitioning into football? Like do you feel like having that base helped you or was it like, oh, I'm just in a whole another sport and
Football was very new because of the physicality. I never did a sport with like very much physical contact. I mean, soccer is nothing compared to it. But I would say like maybe soccer prepared me for like just conditioning wise with all the running and maybe I mean I've worked out already in the gym, so like my body wise I was ready.
okay. So when did you like get with PPI? How did you hear about them? When did you start working with PPI?
So I started working with PPI. Like I heard of them because like some teammates already like been in touch with them. So I heard like what PPI is, but I got in touch with PPI through Josh Alazy. He hit me up.
Mhm.
He was like, "Yeah, I see potential," and he wanted to develop me and start training with me. So we started training, and he was my connection to PPI. So I was like my first camp was in Ingolstadt, and Brandon wasn't even there at that camp. It was like more of a development camp, and yeah, that was my first PPI camp. I think it was 2019 or 2020. I don't know.
So did you go to like what other camps did you go to? So you started off with the developmental camp without Brandon even being there, and then did you do like several different camps or?
I've been on the tour then, and then I did like the Essen camp with the All Star game. I did a camp in Belgium one time. I did a few PPI camps, but I can remember all of them.
I mean, the tour was the most important. I'm assuming is that where you got your offer from Alabama during the
Yeah,
tour?
like I did two tours. I got
Okay.
on my first tour, I got already offered from Michigan, and 1 week after the tour, I got offered from Penn State too. Then in November that year, I got offered from Maryland and committed to Maryland because like they showed the most interest in me, and yeah, that's like very important if you want to commit somewhere. And then I went on a second tour because I felt like I have more potential and could reach like a higher level, and it worked out. And I got the offer from Alabama. Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about your like experience with like going on the tour, like for people that don't really know how it works and like how was your experience in the tour?
Like there's nothing like camp season. Like I really enjoyed it. Like just being around people with the same mindset, grinding every day, being at the college every day at another college, competing against like the best athletes in the US. I really enjoyed it. Like I think I will miss it sometimes. Just being with you guys in the van, sitting in the van, driving for like 3 hours to the next college. It's been always good times on tour.
So then you kind of explained that you had already committed to Maryland before you got the Alabama offer, and then you went to another tour and got the Alabama offer. So what like really made it for you to want to commit to Alabama?
So Alabama was always my dream school. Like it was always my goal to play for Alabama because when I started playing football for first and third broke, we had a coach that his name is Larry Dixon. He also coached the Arkansas Razorbacks back in the days. Like he's like a veteran. Like he's like 80 years old now or something. And we always watched game footage of Alabama just to see like how the highest level of football looks like. And that's the first time how I got in touch with Alabama, and I really loved it. Like I love the culture, and my coach always told me like Nick Saban is the best football coach ever. I mean, now I'm not playing under Saban, but like that was the goal for me, and
Yeah.
yeah,
But you got
that's
recruited by Nick Saban, so that's pretty cool, even though he's obviously no longer coaching, but that's
yeah,
a huge deal. Probably
yeah,
played a big part on your commitment as well.
yeah. He was there.
So how did you like coming from like Europe and then you committed to Alabama and now you were home for a couple months before you went to Alabama, right?
Yeah.
So how did you like prepare for it? Like how much did you know about like actual college life? Like did Brandon kind of prepare you? Like how did you like mentally and physically prepare for those few months before going into Alabama?
So mentally and physically, Josh Alazy prepared me the most because he was like always my figure I can talk to if I like got any questions about the life that I'm getting into now. He played D1 football too, and got like kind of experience with like how college life is. But nowadays it's different than back in the days when he played. But I've been training with him like already since like 2 years, so from training wise, it didn't change nothing. Maybe just that we did some more conditioning because he knows how hard
Mhm.
Alabama is, and yeah.
So then going into Alabama now, you said obviously like Josh helped you like mentally prepare for that and physically, but then actually going in there, like was there like some that you were not prepared for, like that just came as a shock, or were you kind of like, did you feel like you were prepared for everything that's come at you so far?
Yeah, I would say I've been prepared for everything. Like I know it's gonna be hard, and came here ready to work, so there was like nothing that shocked me.
Walk us through like a pretty average day in the life of yours, like right now, like training there and everything. Like what time do you wake up? Like walk us through a day.
So right now we started spring practice, but like normally on lifting days we get up at 5:30. Um, then we finish our lifts, go get our breakfast, go to class till I don't know 12 p.m. Then get out of class. Most of the times I'm getting home to nap, or I'm going straight to the facility and get some recovery in before we got team meetings and position meetings, walkthrough. Then we got practice, and then we got dinner, and it's like the whole day. Sometimes I got after dinner I got tutoring. So yeah, our day's packed.
What would you say like so far has been like your best experience or something that's like really been a little like, oh, I'm here moment?
I think it was like finishing four quarters, like our conditioning program that we did like 2 weeks. And on the last day, I was like, yeah, I made through it. And like all the other guys said, like, if you make it through fourth quarter, you can make it through anything. So I was like, shit, yeah, I made it. Yeah.
No, that's a good feeling. That's definitely a good feeling.
Mhm.
I don't know if that might also be kind of your worst experience, just maybe going through it, but is there something else that was maybe like the most shocking? Like, I know you say you were prepared, but something that's been like the hardest part this far?
I think like the hardest part for me was like coming here without knowing nobody really. Like I hadn't got the chance like to build relationship with others because like just being from overseas is a bit harder to get in touch with other recruits, and like I knew some guys when I arrived here, but like yeah, it was the first day were kind of sometimes lonely, but yeah, I know. I mean, I'm good now. I got my people, so yeah.
Do you feel like it's different for you coming from Europe, like because you come from a very different culture than everybody else? I mean, you might have other international players in your team, but like, do you feel like it's harder for you to adjust to college than, you know, the others coming from like high school and stuff? Was it like harder for you? Did you feel any?
I would say like academically it's way easier over here. So if you got the Abitur in Germany or like high school graduation in Europe, you can make college, will graduate college for sure. So I think that part wasn't hard for me. And yeah, I can't think about I don't got anything like that was hard for me.
What would you say to another young European player that like is dreaming? You said you always dreamed of playing in Alabama. You're actually there. Like you made that dream come true. What would you tell another European, like, you know, having these dreams and
I mean, you must trust the process. You must stick with your dreams. I mean, on the first tour, I went to Bama camp too and didn't get the offer. And like, I played my ass off out there. I was nearly passing out because the Bama camps are always very hard. And after camp, and I was like kind of sad though because I didn't get the offer. But yeah, I mean, I came back and I worked out again and got the offer. So you must keep believing. I waited 1 year for my second chance. So yeah,
yeah.
stick to your dreams.
Well, that's pretty much all I have. So
Oh,
thank
okay.
you. Thank you and good luck with you know, everything in Alabama and for the season and yeah, have a
Thank you. Appreciate you.